My name is Jerry Wright. I'm CEO of United Potato Growers of Idaho. I'm here to give you an update on the Idaho crop. We planted per the United count about 317,300 acres. That's up 17,000 acres versus last year. It's about a 5.5% increase. It represents about a 2,000 acre increase over what we announced in July. That's come from refinements that we've been able to do as we've sat down with growers to further identify exact fields that were planted. We're really confident that that 317,000 is an accurate number. That is in comparison to Washington, which appears to basically be flat or slightly down. Colorado is flat in their acreage. And Wisconsin, which is also flat in their acreage. Idaho went up about 5.5%. We've done field digs now on August the 21st, and the top line on those field digs are that our Burbanks are looking like we're going to have a high yield, trend line yield. We're up 2 pounds versus last year, but up about a half a pound versus our 3-year average. We do have fewer potatoes under the hill, which means that we'll have a little better size profile than we had last year, although as we dive into those numbers, it looks like we're going to have a similar amount of consumer potatoes and slightly less cartons. A lot will depend upon how we grow these Burbanks out in the next 10 days. Our Norcotas are having an exceptional Norcota crop. We're up 4.5 pounds versus last year and up 1.5 pounds versus our 3-year average on a 10-foot dig. What that equates to is really a bumper yield on our Norcotas, with the good news that we'll have a better size profile. We'll have a good mix between consumers and cartons, very balanced crop. Our early Norcota crop that's come out of western Idaho is heavy on the cartons, and as is Washington's, and is creating some problems in the marketplace. I would also say that everything that we're getting from Washington would indicate that their yields are average with last year. What that means is that they will have it's about the same amount of shipments they had last year. Colorado has got bumper yields, which means they'll have more potatoes than last year. And Wisconsin especially has bumper yields. So across the country, not only is Idaho having a very strong Norcota and Burbank crop, but Washington has got a decent crop, and it looks like Colorado and Wisconsin are going to have bumper crops. Bottom line is, on a national basis, when you add up everybody's expected shipments, I think we're looking at about 3.5 million more hundredweight than we had last year. And that's going to be a challenge for these markets, given that we've got an economy that hasn't fully recovered. As a matter of fact, I think even though the government wants us to believe that the economy is on recovery, we're not seeing evidence of that in the food service industry right now, nor in the retail consumer industry. So the bottom line is that markets are soft right now, in part because seasonality. This is a low seasonal consumption time period. Everybody rushes their new potatoes to the marketplace, but more importantly, we haven't got the consumption that we've had in the past. And that consumption is coming out of grocery stores or coming out of restaurants.
Okay. My name is Travis Blacker. I work for the Idaho Grower Shippers Association. I'm the president of the association for about a year now. I took over for Dave Smith, who was president prior to me for 28 years. And it's been a great year. We've dealt with a lot of different issues. Some of the issues that we're going to be talking about at our convention this year are the traceability initiative that United Fresh and CPMA and the PMA group have established. We're having that meeting on Wednesday afternoon as part of the Idaho Potato Commission meetings, as part of their marketing committee meeting. And we're going to go over all the different milestones there. And I know a lot of our association members have some questions regarding that. We're also going to be going over some of the new regulations that are going to hit us next year with the fumigation rules. And we've actually been able to get credit hours for the growers that attend this meeting, so that if they attend a meeting, that we can give them 1 credit hour that will go towards their pesticide renewal license. And so that's pretty exciting. Thursday morning we have our breakfast with the Idaho Potato Commission, and they're going to unveil their marketing plan for 2009-2010. And then after that we've got a reception later on that evening with the Union Pacific Railroad. They do that every year, and it's a good chance for everyone to kind of network and get to know each other and talk about some of the issues that we're going to be facing in the upcoming year. And that's kind of our convention in a nutshell. We've also had some different seminars on motor carrier transportation and rail transportation, as well as potato crop insurance and potato storage technology. So it's been a great convention so far.
Travis, you've been in office for just about a year.
Yes.
What kind of innovations or what are you looking to do in the future?
One of the things that we're very involved in is what's called the Coalition for Transportation Productivity. And what that is that's trying to raise the gross vehicle weights on trucks from 80,000 pounds to 97,000 pounds. And these new trucks that are going to be 97,000 pounds need to have that additional 6 axles to distribute the weight a little bit more evenly. And so we're a part of that coalition, as well as the Idaho Potato Commission. We're trying to get that moved forward. There is a bill in the House that has been introduced. It was introduced in April, and I believe it's H.R. 1799. It initially had only 3 or 4 sponsors. Now we're up to about 40 sponsors, but we're trying to get as many sponsors as we can because we feel like this is an important deal that we need to get passed through. You know, a lot of the trucks over in Canada, they're shipping their trucks at about 95,000 pounds. I believe Mexico is about 105,000 pounds for their trucks, and so it's an issue that we're trying to get past. We're pretty concerned about this, and we want this would help out not just the potato industry, but the fresh produce industry as well. Just everybody, really. It would really help out a lot of people.
My name is Luke Gowdy. I am the Transportation Sales Manager for a Grower Shipper program with C.H. Robinson, and we're based in Monterey, California. And what I presented on today was for the IGSA Board of Directors and other associate members that attended the transportation meeting, is a brief synopsis on where we are at year to date with regards to load volumes and lanes that we're handling, growth that we're seeing in individual lanes and commodity diversity. Covered a little bit of information on the general truck market states, you know, what's happening with fuel and other factors that are impacting supply, demand, and pricing in the markets. And I guess one of the key things we touch on and really focus on with the IGSA in particular is because this is a grower shipper based program, we want to report back to them the relative success of what's happening with our loads and their load volume. So the numbers that we looked at were growth year over year in terms of those loads, and what we're seeing right now for the projection for the rest of the year is about 125% growth in load volume year over year, and that represents volume coming out of Idaho, New Mexico, Texas, California, Washington, Oregon, a variety of different locations, and it covers different commodities, not just potatoes, but onions and some fruit and some other things that we do for the membership. And really this program is designed specifically for grower shippers, and the success of it is really driven by our dedication and commitment to the association as a whole in driving and helping them drive their delivered sales efforts with their customers. We have account managers and sales staff that are focused solely on that segment of the supply chain, and the success is really driven by them and reaching out to the members on a very consistent basis and providing services that are above and beyond expectations. And then in terms of our relative success with regards to the truck market as a whole, we're a non-asset-based carrier, so that gives us the flexibility to you know, operate out of different regions, out of different states at all times of the year, reload carriers on backhauls, getting back into regions like eastern Idaho to help them when capacity gets tight in the fall and other seasonal portions of the year, like for example summer holidays and things like that. But yeah, the success of the program is driven by the account managers, the salespeople, and really that non-asset philosophy that gives us the flexibility to, you know, move carriers around and also operate in every market condition, whether it's a loose market or a tight market. We are able to tap into a carrier base that's significantly, you know, it's a significant truck base and really allows us to leverage some of the economies of scale we have to move our trucks around.